Yeah. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoom, Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Canoom. Yeah. I was sitting back thinking, pondering up on thoughts like I normally do. And I want to talk about physical beings and invisible, non-physical beings, you know. And you can go into metaphysics, all this stuff, okay? My question, I pose this thought and this question to anybody who think that people that dwell in the visible realm can do something for you in the physical realm. Because if you're a person that believe in things like that, I would have to ask you, have you took your medicine? Or what time do you supposed to take it? Because if you haven't took it, when I pose this question to you, have you took your medicine? And you said no, I would ask you, what time do you supposed to take it, or did you miss a dose? Or if not, you should see somebody about, setting up things of this nature, because you have had a slip from reality. Anybody can pretty much tell where I'm going with this, but just to make the point a little more clear, okay? Because you might not know where I'm going. It's been 27 million, if I'm not mistaken, last time I checked, 27 million coronavirus infections. Well, it's over that, but it's 27 million, okay? And the United States of America. Now, out of that 27 million, 470,000 have lost their lives. That's less than 1%. That's like 0 point some percent. And my thing is, people rely on the invisible to think that the invisible can do physical things, And if you know where I'm going with it, it's like the visible people that you rely on, or you hoop and holler and cry to, they haven't did anything in the middle of this pandemic. I haven't seen one invisible person show up and stop anything. Not one. Okay, so what's the next best thing you can do? Blame somebody in the physical realm. The first person that slipped up and you wanted to blame and said it was a cause for this was the people in Wuhan, China. Okay, this is supposed to be where it was developed and it came out of. Then when that happened, you said Donald J. Trump, the ex-president, he was to blame for mishandling it, okay? But again, I asked, why do you have to blame somebody in the physical realm for something that's happening physical? When invisible people is who you rely on for your faith, your belief, or your going to heaven later, why these invisible people just didn't straighten this up in the physical realm? Because again, invisible realm is invisible realm. Metaphysics is metaphysics. That's an outer body experience. Metaphysics is a type of belief that you're going beyond the physical. That's outside the physical realm, okay? Metaphysics couldn't stop this pandemic. These invisible people in the invisible realm couldn't stop these pandemics, and they're the higher powers. What I'm talking about is God. All men. Because the word God is of a masculine nature. When you talk about God, you say he, his, and him. God loved the world so much he gave his only begotten son and things of that nature. So God is a man. A man cannot stop what's been going on. Well, they have men that's been trying to put together these shots in the physical realm to stop something that's going on in the physical world. What I'm talking about is an invisible man can do nothing for something in the physical world. So your invisible God, he hasn't showed up. I'm talking about Jesus the Christ, okay, for the Christian. This Yahweh for the Israelite, the Hebrew, whatever you want to talk about. This Jehovah for the Jehovah Witness. He's never showed up, okay. This Buddha, this fat Indian man with a diaper on and titties, he haven't showed up. This woman and man God for the Hindus hasn't showed up, okay. This prophet Muhammad and this Allah God hasn't showed up. He ain't said a damn thing, said a goddamn thing about this shit that's going on. You hear me? But you want to go and rely, you can't wait till the church open. You want to go to the church and rely on these invisible people, hoop, holler, scream, fall out in the chair, and and go on like you're a madman. You hear me? And woman, talking to the women too, because the women is the one that really concrete and hold this stuff down. The women. One for the women, you wouldn't have these chicken eating pastors, these Dunkin' Donut deacons, Pastor Chicken Ring, Reverend Pork Chop, and all this nonsense. You wouldn't have that. See? Deacon don't know a damn thing. You wouldn't have none of that. You wouldn't have the blood of Abraham person. You wouldn't have none of this nonsense. But, you know, you rely on these invisible creatures that you think gonna solve some physical problems in the physical, and it's never gonna happen for you. So sit back and think about that, because now, see, your new savior in the physical form is this man, Joe Biden, Sleepy Joe. And his only way to solve this is not by going to the invisible, Jesus the Christ, or none of them gods that name. It's to roll out a shot plan, 100 million shots in 100 days, something like that, okay? But for 0 point some percent, I mean, no disrespect to the people that lost their lives, I rely on not getting the shot. So if you know mathematics, or you into numerals, or you know like what percentages is, you can take your chance on getting it, resolving it, you know, and coming out like, hey, I'm a survivor of this coronavirus. Or you can take a shot so you can not get it. And I don't know, you know, what's the benefits of getting it, because like I said, it's been over 27 million cases and only 400-something thousand, 470 deaths. That's less than 1%, okay? So just food for thought, and letting you understand that you can believe, hope, pray, have faith, and all you want in these invisible, silly-ass men and these silly ideologies, these silly religions, and nothing will come about of that. Because an invisible person can't do nothing but stay in an invisible realm, and you're a physical being. So in the physical realm, you must do for yourself what's physically needed for you to carry on and continue out with the health of your physical nature and physical being. You hear me? So it's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanum Consul Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in the room. You're now dealing with Kanum. Yeah, we out.